Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
When you mentioned paperwork, but R. Kelly's paperwork isn't that good.
I wasn't talking about R. Kelly paperwork, but even then, like, his paperwork didn't have no evidence of none of this shit. And I'm looking at him like how I look at how they did Tupac. They put a sex case on Tupac. They put a sex case on Mike Tyson. They put a sex case on Kobe Bryant. They put a sex case on Bill Cosby. They put a sex case on Michael Jackson, the king. Still the most famous man in the world. So why am I look?
Yeah, Smokey Robinson.
Why am I look at another nigga who come from my same struggle and automatically judge him as guilty when I don't even know? You know what I mean? So let me see your paperwork. Like,
so wait, you ain't seen that video back in the day with him possibly allegedly pissing on a underage minor? Urination.
I mean, I ain't really see it. You know, I wouldn't even be interested in watching no like that, but I heard about it and we talked about it.
Yeah, because the mentality, and again, this is no one who's ever sat in the feds or been in prison or thing. They think that automatically when you have any type of jacket where you dealt with child porn, anything child pedophilia,
yeah, but look, bro, I talked to him about that and not to justify none of that because that's not right. And I'm a father of a daughter for the last 2 years, so I know how I feel now to have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's wrong, but at the same time, like how he was explaining how shit go in the industry, like you probably already know or you probably heard it, but sometimes you would be at these parties. Like if you look on my Facebook page, I was just at a big party with billionaire white people and you know, my girlfriend a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? She ain't no billionaire, but she doing good, you know what I mean? As far as in that type of society, but like certain parties, not that the shit was going on at that particular party, but certain parties, when you around certain people and motherfuckers got all this money and power, they feel like we partying, we can do whatever the we want to do. And sometimes, like if other people ain't trying to party how they want to party, they'll make ways for you to party with them, they'll put some in your drink, and then you don't know what you doing. So according to him, you know what I mean, not that he admitted to being on no motherfucking tape, but he was just explaining like in certain situations in that industry, bro, like you would be drugged up and then you would do something you normally want to do and they'd come to you and use something as a bribe and say, look, if you don't want to be with this agenda and do what we want you to do, then we got this on you. You didn't even know about this. Your ass was out of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got this on you. And sometimes it'd be worse than the R. Kelly tape. Sometimes you done let a white man suck your dick or something like even you worse than you can't come back from. So I'm not using that to justify, but another thing is that when I was growing up, not that it was ever okay, you know, I got, like I said, I got a daughter now, so I see things way different than I saw even 2 years ago. I never thought it was okay, but when I was 14, I was with girls who was 14, and I was realizing they was with dudes who was 30. So it's like, I've been seeing this type of shit in my environment where I come from. So it's like, it was like, y'all, not y'all in particular, but the public at large, the mass public, they can judge dude, but some of them was doing the same shit or worse. Whether you was male or female, either a lot of these males who would judge dude, they was a young bitch, whether she was 16 or whatever. I saw it, you know what I'm saying? Niggas who I looked up to. And then even the females, like most of the females, like they be holding in so much pain and trauma, but a lot of them done been touched or raped when they was 14 or younger than that, you know what I'm saying? So they know, you know what I mean? And for the females, I could see why they'd look at R. Kelly a certain way if he did that, especially like if it happened to them. But a lot of them females in his, though, I saw the paperwork, like, it was,
the documentary that, I know you was inside, but the documentary they put together to bring them down was like just a bunch of, seemed like hurt females that didn't get their chance in the industry for the majority of it.
Not just that, bro, but it was females who he was with for a long time, and they didn't start coming out saying he did this shit until the smear campaign. Yeah. So it's like, and then we found out that all of them was contacted around the same time saying, we know R. Kelly been doing all type of weird shit to females. If anybody victim, just come out and tell it. So females who wasn't even a victim looked at it as a lick. This my chance to either get some fame or this my chance to make some money and sue dude. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of that.
Do you see the similarities in what Diddy's about to go through on Monday with his trial with R. Kelly situation? Do you see a lot of similarities, or do you think those are two totally different situations?
I don't know, because I never looked into Diddy paperwork. You know what I mean? But I mean, what's crazy though is R. Kelly, he wasn't really speaking on Diddy that much, but he was talking about like the parties, bro. He was talking about a lot of that shit go on with certain people, and one of the other people, you know, y'all might be cool with the man. I don't know. I know he cool.
He ain't cool with nobody. Go ahead.
But Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? He always tell me I shouldn't talk about Jay-Z, but not to put my big brother on blast, but it was a time like in '99 where he had a minor issue with Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z seen him later and brought this minor issue up and said, I got the memory of an elephant. So this my brother, my big brother, somebody I looked up to growing up as a big brother at least, like he telling me this before. I mean, at the time I was a Jay-Z fan. So this not the first person who met Jay-Z that done told me something bad about it. R. Kelly, said things about Jay-Z, but even after that, like I saw DeHaven was up here, me and him had a long conversation about Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I see similarity as far as is that, like how certain people who seem to be in compliance don't get bothered, you know, by the government.
The reason why I tell them don't talk about Jay-Z, because I don't know, you know, he allegedly got shot in the hood, right? He know more about the situation. And it was around that time that he was talking about that shit with Jay-Z. And, you know, I was telling him, man, a lot of times, man, you know, when niggas be on certain levels, don't be the nigga that, you know, you with or you talking about that do the killing, be all them little niggas around. They be looking for a motherfucking opportunity to try to get a free lunch, that they try to do something to you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was telling him. And, you know, he know me now. You know, like when he talked about the incident when he was 16 and, you know, he was gonna rob me. And we was talking about the car, he said, bro, why did you have any fear? You know, you supposed to be this celebrity, why did you have any fear? What a lot of people don't know is that where we from, it really goes down. So I know it's niggas in Milwaukee that would shoot him just to get some brownie points from Jay-Z or somebody like that, and be like, they'd go all out and say, man, we handling that nigga.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's the type of niggas they is niggas dirt poor in that motherfucker, but it's a lot of rich niggas that hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pimp niggas, like, you know, Pimp Snooki, Father Divine, Big L, JD. It's a lot of big niggas that been pimped out the town. You know what I'm saying? So the town ain't, Iceberg Slim ain't even know, he was in Milwaukee. But see, so that's, you know, that's the reason why I said it to him, because, you know, when he was in, he tell you he was in the MCI, the federal lockup. He used to call me collect all the time, you know, or sometimes he had money on his books. He would call me. I wrote his lawyer. I wrote the judge for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I talked to his lawyers on multiple occasions because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I always respected him as an inspiring young man. You know what I mean? I always respected him as somebody who have a lot of potential. This man is like a lawyer. He sues the police every other day.